Hello everyone, my name is Muir and this is Starsector version 0.95A. And over here we have a Dominator, the Hephy class cruiser. So here's how this thing works. It has a single Hephaestus, a single Mark 9 auto cannon, 3 salamanders, 2 normal flat cannons, and a single Vulcan cannon in the front. This ship, typically ships will go after those of similar class when they don't have anything else. And this ship effectively kills any other Dominator that I put it up against. Just to give you an idea, its main strength is 2 strengths. One is that it turns like a destroyer. The other is that if you notice its flux, it's not really going up all that. It's not really going up. So again, we have a ship that can fire forever. We're close there too. It's not quite hitting 0, I don't think. I mean, if we held it down for like an hour, maybe it'd overflux. But we have a ship that moves. We have a ship that turns like a destroyer, but is a cruiser. We have infinite weapons. We have 6 salamanders to slow or stop enemies. And we have flat cannons and a Vulcan cannon as needed. And Vulcan cannon just fires forever. So that works for us. Wait, where's the other one? Okay, sounds good. So here's the thing. On its own against frigates, not so great. It has a single escort that can give it some time to do things. Against another Dominator, we'll just throw that out there, it does fairly well. Let the AI control it, since the AI will be controlling it most of the time. And so we have the enemy Dominator here. We have this one there. Now, it also has some flak. The only problem here is that its primary damage is based on these harpoon missiles. I don't think any of those harpoons actually hit, by the way. I think the flak and the Vulcan cannon took care of them. So anything coming at this Dominator from the front is effectively, if it's a missile, it's dead on arrival. Now, that said, if something has adequate point defense, it basically can shut down the salamanders. But the Dominator, as you can see, doesn't even need to bring its shields down. It doesn't have to bring its shields up. It knows, I think, that it can win this fight. The other thing is that I think the AI is smart enough to know that these are anti-shield weapons, so it's not going to bring its shields up, it's just going to tank the damage. So in essence, it just wins this by shooting more often, by being able to just shoot the enemy forever until it dies. Now, in a one-on-one setting like this, not particularly fair for the other Dominator, I guess. In a fleet-on-fleet setting, that basically means this thing is a source of constant, consistent damage and most importantly, fighter extermination. Because fighters incredibly dangerous to cruisers and battleships. I think this is the next step up. But in this case, they can't really do much to it. Let's go ahead and reset it. And I want to place it up against something else. So it is worth 25 points. Let's put it up against 2 ships or so. So 25. Let's put it up against a handful of enforcers and see how well it does. So autopilot engaged. I actually haven't done this test yet, so I'm just curious how it does against enforcers. Enforcers, by the AI, typically rely heavily on missiles. which isn't good for them, considering that we have pretty good point defense. And it's really not good for him to be that close. And ow, that Reaper. Oh, and there he goes. Now, if he's smart, he'll fire that other Reaper and do as much damage as he can in the intervening time. But I don't think he's going to do that. Those Annihilators could be nasty, though. Is he going to miss? He missed. He had his chance. He chose not. He chose unwisely. Okay, so what he needs to do is just focus on one of these and kill it. No! You need to focus on one of them and kill it. Oh, he has lots and lots of Reapers, so he is good to go. And so, yeah. So against 3 other ships, not the best, but against another ship of a similar class, pretty good. I wouldn't put it up against the phase ship, but overall for a cruiser, it's punchy enough. Yeah, there you go. It can use these to slow down, to capture ships that it normally wouldn't be able to catch. It can turn rather quickly, and it can take down your shields and blow you apart. It's also very good against fighters. That is one thing I actually haven't checked. How good is it against destroyers? I mean, not destroyers, carriers. I assume it's going to win because of all the flak, but maybe it won't. Who knows? But, yeah, all the flak is going to be killing the fighters sooner or later. It just depends on whether or not it's smart enough to... Oh, its engines are out. Yeah, that happens. So, it just depends on whether or not it's capable of actually killing off the enemy carriers, or if it's just permanently locked down or not. But, it does do a good job in one-on-one engagements. It really should probably... vent its flux, but the AI isn't smart enough to do that. There is the problem for the enemy fighters in that it's mostly exterminated their populations. So, yeah, so it's mostly exterminated the fleets, the squadrons of fighters for the most part. So it's going to be able to start chasing them down pretty soon. Now, of course, it needs to cover this intervening, not intervening, this area between them. So, and I don't think it actually has the speed to take care of that. So that could be an issue. Because if it doesn't have the speed to actually get over there, then it won't be able to do much. It's just going to die slowly. Kind of needs to just get over there. I don't think it actually has the speed to catch up with these carriers. So it's basically just dead in that case. Which is the strength of carriers. Go faster than your enemies, and your fighters can kill them. Go slower than your enemies, and you die. So, yeah. Pretty good as, say, a line ship. Not good as a solo ship. These can be decent as solo ships. Because they can do kind of everything. It's their strength and their weakness. Phase ships, great as well, but high damage, high reward. And yeah. Alright. Well guys, my name is Hephy. This has been Starsector version 0.95A. And that was the Dominator. I'll catch you guys later. Bye.